ドジャースは日本時間29日、本拠地で行われたタイガース戦で延長10回にムーキー・ベッツ選手がサヨナラスリーランを放ち、8対5で劇的な勝利を収め、開幕から4連勝としました。延長10回、ドジャースは3対5と2点を追う展開から2点を奪って同点に追いつきます。なおもワンアウト1塁の場面で打席には大谷翔平選手。相手右腕ブリスキー投手からライト前にヒットを放ち、1、3塁のチャンスを広げました。さらに、大谷選手が2塁へ進むと、続くベッツ選手がレフトスタンドへサヨナラスリーランを放ちました。この日2本目のホームランで、8回にも一時勝ち越しとなるソロを打っていました。体調が万全ではなかった中での圧巻の復活劇となりました。試合後、ベッツ選手はカリフォルニア州の地元放送局、スポーツネットロサンゼルスの中継インタビューに登場し、
自分をとても誇りに思う。自分にとって本当に特別な瞬間だった。
と興奮気味に語っていました。この動画では、ベッツ選手の逆転サヨナラホームランに大興奮する実況の様子と、インタビューの模様を日本語字幕付きでお届けします。
FanDuel Sportsbook have released their National League MVP odds for 2025. The reigning NL MVP, Shohei Ohtani, favored to win his fourth League MVP crown. Juan Soto at 5.5 to 1 is the second favorite, followed by Fernando Tatis Jr. Mookie Betts in there at 10 to 1, and then two-time MVP Bryce Harper of the Phillies. Now, Nomar and Jerry are not betting men, but this is when we're going to put them on the spot and have them give us their winners of the top individual honors in the National League for 2025. And Nomar will begin with National League MVP. It's always hard to go against the Big Show, especially when he's going to pitch this year.
Yeah, it really is hard to go against the Big Show, and you looked at all those names that were on that list. Obviously, all great players and fun to watch. But you know, I think Shohei may go back-to-back in the MVP. Obviously, he's coming off Tommy John, so he's going to be out there on the hill. The National League is going to be able to see that over the course of the regular season. You know, do I think he's going to get the 50 stolen bases? I don't think so, because we need to see him on the hill as well. I think that might be. But at the same time, what we see him do at the plate with the bat, and also I think it's going to challenge him. He wants another ring. He doesn't want to just rest on that one championship. Yeah. So I think pushing himself to try to win another World Series and try to prove everything. Listen, I can do it again, both on the mound and at the plate.
I concur with Nomar Garciaparra. Listen, no disrespect to Patrick Mahomes, Jokic. This guy right here, the Big Show, is the best athlete in the world. No disrespect to Messi, who's had an incredible, historic, legendary career in soccer. But this guy, offensively, and also now going to be able to pitch, be a part of this rotation sometime in May and in the second half of the season, I think he wins another MVP. We talk about legacy. He's very well aware of legacy, not just from a production standpoint as him individually, but he also wants to win rings, plural. That's going to drive him to continue to be at his best. Here's another thing, too. He may get it another 50-50, but he might do it a different way. He may go Albert Bell on him. 50 homers, 50 doubles.
Tonight, Yoshinobu Yamamoto can become baseball's first 2-0 pitcher of 2025, coming off a win over the Cubs in Tokyo, where Yoshi was really strong in his return to Japan. Through 5 innings, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits, and he struck out 4, throwing 72 pitches. And a lot of people are extremely high on Yoshi this season, being so much more comfortable now in year 2 in the big leagues. Nomar, what did you see from him in that first opening day start in Japan?
Well, what I saw is what we saw a lot last year. That was the command of that fastball, and then the utilization of the split finger. Equal splits on both pitches. As we go to the K zone, we talk about when you have a devastating split finger, fastball command is key. And so when you are dotting that, you're 1-0 and you dot a fastball on the outer half. Here he is facing a right-handed hitter. Now you have to be ready for that fastball. And then what does the split finger look like? A fastball coming out of his hand with that movement. It darts out, and even that is catching the bottom of the zone. When you can catch the bottom of the zone, not only with split finger, but with your fastball, especially with that fastball, now you as a hitter, you can't lay off it. You have to respect the bottom part of the zone, and then you end up swinging at a split finger that just darts right out and goes way out of the zone, and you can't lay off because you have to honor and respect that bottom part of the zone. Yeah, here he is facing a lefty. It doesn't matter. He was was still able to command that fastball. Sometimes you have pitchers say, okay, you either command one side of the plate or the other with the fastball. Didn't matter who was up there, righty or lefty, he commanded that. And even when you think there might be a split finger, he climbs the zone and gives you a fastball up in the zone. He looked great.
He looked outstanding. You talk about commanding that strike zone, and the hitters have to respect it. We saw first establishing that 95 to 97 mile-an-hour fastball at the knees. Now as a hitter, yes, I got to be able to holler at that. That's not 85, it's 97. So sometimes you'll cheat a little bit. That's why you see so much swing and miss on that split. He's also establishing the fastball up to raise their eye level. Nothing in the middle of the plate, top of the zone for a strike. He was nasty in Japan. Hopefully that continues tonight at Dodger Stadium.
Calls, you go back to last season, Shohei Ohtani has a 15-game hitting streak in regular season games, hitting .523 with 9 bombs, 24 RBIs. Jerry, safe to say this year he's already picked up where he left off last season. Homered in the final game in Japan, homered again last night.
Yeah, he's locked in. Listen, he is a special player, a special talent. Anytime you roll something up there, middle of the plate, he will hammer it. And this is what I love about Shohei. Especially with 2 strikes, he shortens up and will go the other way. But don't you make a mistake middle of the plate, because he will drive it out of the ballpark. He'll go into his Ichiro swing with 2 strikes, looking for hard contact.
I'm going to find something derogatory to say about Shohei.
He's great.
He's great. There it is. I mean, it really is simple as that. And it's definitely so fun to watch. Obviously picking up right where he left off. We were talking about earlier about NL MVP, and we would not be surprised if he wins it again.
Well, and he's going to be trying to do that this year, win his 4th league MVP. And it's just incredible because this is the guy when he was back in high school, Nomar. He said he wanted to win 2 World Series, I think by the age of 31 or 32. He's got to win another one now.
Don't be afraid. You know, it's not that hard. But obviously, this is the mentality, right? When he came over, when he signed that contract with the Dodgers, obviously, we know money, signing a big money contract like that. But it was also to go out there and win championships. He knows the team that he's on. He definitely provided, you know, some highlights and just, man, some fun baseball to watch all last year. And he's going to do it again.
Will Smith has always been a good clutch hitter. 292 in his career with runners in scoring position. Tie it with a base hit, could win it with a long ball. 5-4, bottom of the 10th. Ohtani looming on deck. Fouls off the first pitch. Bouncing ball, base hit left field. Here comes Conforto. It's tied at 5. Will Smith with a pinch hit base hit to even the issue in the 10th. Ohtani takes a ball. Ground ball, base hit, right field. 3rd hit of this 10th inning. Winning run is 90 feet away as Ohtani sends Smith to 3rd.
The base hit, he finds a hole. Dodgers looking for their 3rd comeback win of the year in only 4 games.
Trying to do it twice in this game. Trailed 2-0, came back to lead 3-2. Trailed 5-3, they've come back to tied at 5. And the guy that gave them the lead with the home run back in the 8th could win it right here. Mookie Betts. The 8th pitch. Betts golfs one left field and turns out the lights. He rings the bell with a 3-run walk-off home run. Gold. Gold. That blue heaven on earth. This team, this place, insane. We are watching something special. Night in, night out. Mookie Betts with a 2-home run game. Thought he had won it in the 8th. Knows that he won it in the 10th. Golfing a 3-run walk-off home run. They rally from down 2-0. They rally from down 5-3. They start the season 4-0. What a party. What a team.
Just shaking his head. He's laughing. I'm laughing because this team, it's an absolute joke. On a night that we get to celebrate these guys, the 2024 World Series champions, with a beautiful ring ceremony. Jerry, they showed that heart of a champion once again tonight, coming back in this game, down 5-3 in the 10th. And Mookie Betts, who was so sick for 16 days, losing 18 pounds, hits not one, but 2 home runs tonight, Jerry, including that walk-off blast.
About 4 or 5 days ago, some guy who's an analyst, I won't name his name, it rhymes with Gary Hairston, said that Mookie Betts needs to take a week off, 10 days or so, to get his weight back. He can't play at 160. Boy, did he shut me up. Mookie Betts coming up clutch once again. Epic night. You talked about it, John. The ring ceremony before. Then throughout the game, Jay Flair was dealing. Jay Flair was flat out dealing. Dodgers continue to chip away. Freddie Freeman, 2-run bomb. Give credit to the Detroit Tigers. They did not go away. Detroit Tigers are a good up-and-coming team. They're a playoff team. Mookie Betts, Mookie Magic, incredible.
You know, before the game with that ring ceremony, I mean, Dodger Stadium, the crowd was so loud for each and every player that was announced coming up and to get their ring. And they are just as loud right now when they close out this game. The way they ended up persevering, the way they always believe. We've seen this in the past. We saw it last year in their championship season where they're saying, listen, we are not out to the very last out. We are always in this game, and they did it again. They found a way to battle. I mean, little things. When I look at that last inning, Will Smith going first to third on that base hit, it really changes the whole dynamic of that at-bat if you're Mookie Betts, because you're looking for a ball, only a ball to get in the air. The other thing it does with a guy like Briscoe who has some movement, it forces him to get that ball up. Little things like that really matter, and then they come through.
Man, here's the thing. These guys continue to put great at-bat after great at-bat late in ball games. That was not a bad pitch. That pitch was nasty, but Mookie Betts is so talented. He was able to get the barrel out front, drive it out of the ballpark. But again, special players make special plays. Mookie's one of them.
We already heard our first Mookie chants behind us just moments ago. Mookie's 4th walk-off winner as a member of the Dodgers, but this one, a walk-off 3-run home run, and he's standing by right now with Kirsten Watson.
Mookie, when you have a performance like tonight, 2 home runs, of course, there's a lot of talk this week, but you have shown that you are feeling stronger than ever. Talk about those 2 home runs.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm just really proud of myself for just battling, man. You know, just really battling and getting back out here to help these boys that have helped me so much. And I'm just happy to contribute.
Just what did it mean to you to be back on this field? You kind of hit on it right there, just how hard you have worked. But then to see these moments, just how special is this for you personally?
It's super special. I mean, I learned a lot about myself, you know, through this sickness and whatnot, and nothing's gonna hold me down, man. And again, I just want to do what it takes to win another ring.
It wasn't just the offense, the pitching today. Yoshinobu, 10 strikeouts. How remarkable was his performance?
That was really fun to watch. I mean, he gave up two solo homers, and anytime he goes out and does something like that, that always gives us a chance to win. And the rest of the guys, you know, it was a little bumpy, but they did what they needed to do.
But to fight and come back in this one, to play from behind, what does it say about a team so early in the season for you guys to be doing what you're doing in a performance like today?
You know, we had a ring ceremony for a reason, and I think games like today showed why we got it.
All right, Mookie, congratulations on this one, the walk-off, all of it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just marvel at that man and what he's been able to do since coming back, Nomar, because as Jerry mentioned, we talked about it during that freeway series. When you lose that much weight in a short amount of time, you're obviously not as strong as you would normally be. They were talking about his bat speed and getting that up. And here he is, his last 2 at-bats of this game tonight, in his 2nd game of the season after everything he's been through, and he hits home runs in each of his last 2 at-bats.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about, I remember when Jerry said that, I was like, I agree. You have the time. If you're going to take time, do it early in the season to try to get that strength and that weight back up, especially we were talking about playing shortstop, you know, because over the course of the year, the demanding of that position. But let's make no mistake, Mookie Betts can barrel the ball up, you know. He is super strong. We know that as well. And coming through in the clutch, puts that great swing over there in the 8th inning. And it was just, he battled that at bat. He recognized, listen, I have a guy over there at third base, less than 2 outs. I have to find a way to put that ball in play. I have to do something. I cannot swing and miss. He battled, followed out some tough pitches, and he gets a pitch he can handle, and he just drives it out of the ballpark.
That wasn't a bad pitch. I know Brisky's going back right now, looking at the video, and like, are you kidding me? How did he drive that ball out of the ballpark? That was not a bad pitch. But once again, this is why when I was kind of pleading with Mookie, I go, Mookie, we want to make sure your weight is up. Take some time because we know how valuable he is. He's top 5 player in all of baseball, one of the best athletes in all of sports. So that's why we wanted to make sure he was completely healthy. But there's a reason why a Mookie Betts, guy with no more Garcia power when he was in his prime, these guys say, you know what? You're telling me I can't do something? I'm going to will myself to do something. That Mamba mentality, Mookie has it. And that's why he's so special, man. He's about 160 pounds right now. He's not even at his max strength, but he finds a way to barrel baseballs and make something happen.
He broke a 2-all tie in the 8th inning. He breaks a 5-all tie in the 10th with a walk-off 3-run home run. What a great start to this 2025 season. Let's head back upstairs. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
Man, they just make you shake your head and smile and laugh, and like they find a way to stun you in an amazing way many nights.
Yeah, I mean, you think about scoring from the 8th inning on, you don't think about the 10th, and coming from 2 runs down and winning, but this was the team that did it all last year, and they're still doing it. It's like the magic continues.
2 home runs from Mookie Betts, who 2 days ago couldn't keep any food down. It dropped 20 pounds. He told Kirsten after the game that he's really proud of this, and he should be.
Yeah, you know what? You find the depths of your soul when you're 15, 17 pounds down. You don't have that much weight to lose, and you're losing your bat speed, but you want to be out there. You lose the trip to Tokyo, you come home early, you finally get some feeling good, and you know what? The cage work, the strength and conditioning work, the just rest, it really paid off for him tonight.
The Dodgers have started this season 4-0. They get a walk-off win tonight.
ベッツ選手は3月19日まで東京ドームで開催されたカブスとの開幕シリーズに参加するため来日していましたが、巨人、阪神とのプレシーズンゲームには出場せず、18日の開幕戦前に体調不良を理由に帰国していました。来日前から食事がうまく取れない状態が続いており、体重も約11キロ減少していたと報じられています。延長10回にサヨナラスリーランを放ったベッツ選手について、山本由伸投手は、
せめて外野フライになってくれたらと思って見てたんですけど、最高の結果になったので、さすがだなって思いました。
と称賛していました。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。これからも大谷翔平選手のさらなる活躍から目が離せません。ぜひチャンネル登録と高評価をお願いします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。